Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to the Citadel of Generation Failure, an extension of a JSO tower called Tower of Generation Failure. This is a collab between me and my friend Macroflex, this great guy, and developer commentary time. Alright, I'm gonna be skipping the original floors because they're boring and you guys have seen them hundreds of times. So, welcome to Citadel Generation Failure. This is a pretty big project. However, it's kind of old, I guess. It's been made for quite a while, like a couple months. And submitted to J2XL, of course. And this passed with both outstandings, actually. So one of the only few things in the entire game to get an outstanding. That's not a mini Citadel. So this first floor was made by Macroflex, and when I saw this, I didn't actually know him at the time. So he was like, "Yo, doesn't anyone want to play through the thing I made?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. It's actually really cool." So I asked him if I can collab on this, and he was like, "Yeah, sure." So now we're pretty good friends. We've made multiple things together. Pretty cool. So he made this first floor. This first floor, I actually really like it. It has like the TOGF style of gameplay, while also being, you know, actually fun. Because if you guys don't know, okay, this is an original floor. If you guys don't know, I hate the original Tower of Generation Failure a lot. However, the extended floors are actually like really fun to play through because Theodore can make them. So this is yet again another floor by Macroflex. The floors do get longer, by the way. So that floor is just a short one. You go over here. Oh yeah, also, I will be a little rusty with, you know, developer commentaries. I haven't done one in like a week or so, because I've just been focusing on other things. So I move down to over here. Yeah, all these covers, you fall through them. You don't wanna fall here. Oh yeah, and the original TOGF, the darker parts are Can't Collide Falls, so. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be like flat sending a lot because of the new physics update, by the way. So this might be a long one because the new floors are actually really long because of how the original TOGF works. Like the later floors get very, very long, with floor 19 being the longest floor. Now this is where I start building, and some fun facts, I guess. This was originally started out as every new floor was going to be based off of the floor below it. So like floor 2 would be based off of floor 1, floor 4 would be based off of floor like 3. So this floor would be based off of the original floor 3 of TOGF. And this is actually the first floor I ever made for this project. And I honestly think this turned out really well. Like, a lot better than I expected, considering the original tower isn't too great. But me and Macroflex ended up making it actually enjoyable. Oops. I haven't played this in a really long time, so. Another fun fact, when I actually like got 2 outstandings in the review, it was actually the second submission. Here, wait, I'll explain this part first. It's best to avoid these conveyors. In TOGF, for some reason, if the conveyors are slanted, they do that. So it's just gonna touch them. So in the first review, it actually got an outstanding by Hydra. I got a peak outstanding, which is actually the highest score ever given out. However, I'm pretty sure that's like not a lot of people agree with that, which I don't agree with either. The first version wasn't actually like that good. It was still outstanding, but not peak outstanding. And then the other you got a high pass. So we did a lot of changing, balance changes, got rid of some of the punishment, and now, you know, that's where it's at now. So another fun fact, I guess, the original version of this Citadel is actually going to be high kata. A lot of people even considered it to be fucking horrific in difficulty. However, we nerfed it, added a bunch of button progress, boom, now it's mid-high. Alright, that's all of that floor. New floor time. Alright. Now, this floor is based off of the original floor 4. Gotta go over here. Get this button. A lot of these parts are just inspired by random parts of the original TOGF. And if you've played it, you would know. Like, this part is based off of floor 3 outside. So the way me and Macro tried to make this as fun as possible while also being the TOGF style is we tried to use as many cylinders as possible, but not in a bad way to where the jumps actually become like really infuriating. Like, we tried to use them not as spheres, more as like normal basic jumps, or as wraparounds. Like, this is what I mean by the spheres. And this is what I mean by the wraparounds. So yeah, we tried to combine both of those. Try to make it as not as annoying as possible, while also sticking to the actual style of TOGF. Alright. We're almost on the corrupted floors now. And this is where COGF gets a lot more exciting. This is an original floor. Alright. Here's a little break area. And here's the view. I think it looks really good, actually. It's so like menacing compared to the original. The original is over here, and the extended version is over here. This looks a lot more massive. It's a lot better too. Alright. And you might be thinking, why can't I go over it? You can't access it yet. You can't access that yet. You have to go into the basement first. Now, this basement is meant to be based off of floor 1 of the original TOGF. However, it's all like glitched out and broken. So yeah, it has this kind of like creepy, kind of glitched out atmosphere with a bunch of the, you know, the pink and black parts. Has the original sign, so all fucked up. Oh yeah, I remember they call it the missing texture parts. However, it's relatively short. We're near the end, actually. I have to get a button first in order to get out of here. It's right here. And there we go. New floor time. Now again, this floor is obviously based off of, you know, the original floor 5 of TOGF. Which means this is where it actually starts getting a lot better. Because considering the first floors of TOGF are definitely the worst floors. So this is where things actually start getting interesting. This is a little box pushing puzzle I made. You gotta push them on the conveyors at the right time. In order to access this part over here. Go over here. Now most of these areas with the black, like, no, not black, like the regular kill brick parts above everything, those are normally GBJs, which means you can't escape them. If you fall, you have to restart. However, we tried to make it so these parts are a lot easier than the normal gameplay of the original tower. Why's my jump power so low? Oh. Give me a second. Alright, I'm back. The reason why I had low jump power was to prevent anti-cheese. Basically, you can't, like, try to escape the soft lock. But we're back. And we're heading close to a new floor, actually. Yeah, this is actually not as long as I remember, but I know the later floors get very long. And we're about to head to a really long floor, actually. And there we go. Now, this floor. This floor is a collab between me and Macroflex. I made the first half, basically. And he made the second half. Now, as you all know, the original floor 6 of TOGF is definitely like one of the longest and hardest floors. So you know what that means. This is also one of the longest and hardest floors. However, I'm gonna be speedrunning it, of course. Oh, I actually pressed up. I'm gonna be speedrunning it, of course. So it's not gonna be, you know, as hard and long. Reference to the bottom section of floor 6. Nice. Now we're heading to the little extension here. This isn't actually a soft lock, by the way. If you fail it, you can just walk back to here. So that's not really that big of an issue. Fun fact, this part used to actually be a soft lock, but I wanted to change it because I was like, shit, that's really annoying. And you can just easily escape it anyway, so it doesn't even matter. However, I decided to do a little trolling, and this final jump is a soft lock. Jump over here. Now, we're almost at Macroflex's part. Coming up very shortly. right after this small outside section. Now we're at Macroflex's part. Now this is the hard part. He made this part actually like really difficult. So it starts out with basic gameplay. And then you go into this big time part. You have to go this way. Click the button and backtrack. You have 60 seconds to do this next part. Might seem like a lot of time, but this part is actually pretty long, and I'm also speedrunning it. I'm gonna barely have enough time for this one. And here we go. Next new floor. Now we all know the original floor 7 is this giant button hunt floor. So guess what we did? Another big button hunt. This is also one of the longest floors, but another collab between me and Macroflex. So this is the first challenge. If you touch this conveyor, slow down all the way back here. So you don't want to be touching those conveyors. Over this floor, it's not punishing really, there's only one soft lock. And the person who made the soft lock section was Macroflex. You can blame him for that one.
I got you.
I also love the music choices. I think me and him did a good job with it. And first challenge down. Next one is the yellow one. I'm gonna head over here. So yeah, as you can tell, a lot of these like jumps are very wrap orientated. Lots of wraparounds, stick outs, and squeezes, and all that jazz. Second challenge down. Macroflex made this challenge. I actually really like this one. I designed it while he, you know, made all the gameplay. Go around over here. Alright, this also is not a soft lock. If you fall, you can just kind of like run back to the challenge and you won't die. Over here. Now this is a soft lock one. If you fall here, you die. This is the elevator challenge. Yeah, these little neon blocks that kind of boost you up. You gotta think fast for these. It's actually really fun once you know what you're doing.
I got you.
Head over here, do this wraparound, climb up here. And final challenge done. You can access this big one. Now, this challenge is based off of Tower of Glory, and a really old tier obby made in 2018, I think. Now, you might be thinking, why is there a tiered obby in the Citadel? Well, that's because there's a tiered obby in the original TOGF, So this right here is an original floor, and Theodoric remade homage. So we thought it would be a pretty cool idea to add Tower of Glory in here. However, it's super nerfed, of course, because the original Tower of Glory would be way too hard. Go around over here. Over here. Oh yeah, this it's just netted besides the final jumps. If you fall, it's a big hole right there. And there we go. This is an original floor. However, once it gets to the end of the original floor, see this part. You're so close. In order to restore the generation, you need to press this button. But you're not done quite yet. You have a few floors left. So this floor was made by me. And funnily enough, this idea of this floor actually came from a suggestion. The suggestion was have a floor where it's like a bunch of red like lights flailing around while you're in darkness. And I thought that was really cool. So made it a thing. Now this is one of my favorite floors. I think the gameplay and atmosphere is really good. Really fits the TOGF theme. Drop down here. The route progression is pretty crazy. I really tried to go all out with this one. I normally don't put too much effort into the stuff I build. I'm pretty lazy, but I genuinely went all out on this one because I really wanted this to be great. And it turned out exactly how I thought it would turn out. It turned out awesomely. Also, this isn't a GBJ, by the way. You can, if you fall, you just go back to floor 8. Well, floor 8 as in the original floor 8. Boost you over here. We're almost at the end of the floor. And there we go. Walk along over here. And we're at the original floor. So we all know floor 9 of TOGF is infamous for having this big outside. And for being very hard and punishing. Now, what if we times that by 2? So this floor is a collab between me and Macroflex. He made this first little part right here. Boost yourself over here. Jump. Now this is definitely one of the hardest floors. It's very long and very punishing. And now this is where I start building. Jump around to here. Boom. Do some more wraparounds, big elevator. We're back at this part. Wrap around here. And this is a bullet survival section. I have God mode on, so I don't die. But in a real run, you will not have that on. Go over here. The music for this floor is immaculate. Macroflex did a really good job with these on this floor. He's just a great builder in general. His building style is so, like, unique. I think it's really good. You can tell by the earlier floors. Go over here. Press this button and fall all the way down here. Now this is where Macroflex picked up again. And this is where the second big outside is. Hope you're prepared. As this is where things get a little hectic. Wrap to here. Oops. Jump around here. Grab onto this truss. Avoid that. Speedrun button time. Jump around to here. Big wrap. And here we go. End of the outside, basically. Wasn't so bad, was it? Wrap around to here. Now we're back inside. So yeah, Macroflex made the rest of this floor. And I think he did a great job with the atmosphere and gameplay. It's actually super fun. Also feeling like TOGF, of course. You know, it's really hard to make actual fun TOGF gameplay. Oh yeah, this is a ledge grab. Not that way. I have not played this in a really long time. Jump up here. Yeah, there's lots of big wraparounds on this floor. Oh yeah, also I sound kind of dead because my throat like hurts a lot. So like, sorry about that. I'll probably put like a texting in the beginning of the video. That's also why I haven't been doing as many developer commentaries because my throat is kind of like in pain right now. Kind of hurts to just talk. Great, original floor 10. Now there's one more floor left. However, the way this floor works is pretty unique, as this floor goes from this floor to this floor to this floor to this floor. It like interchanges. So I'll skip over the original floor 10 and just go over the new parts. So this part is an extension of the original floor 10. Gotta wrap around to here. Oh yeah, I made this floor by the way. And Macroflex also help with it. Go around to here. So yeah, the original floor 10 of TOGF isn't nothing special. It's just a bunch of basic wraparounds. I wish I could talk about more stuff because TOGF in general is just not that interesting. So we really tried to like make this unique and really cool, but there was nothing much to really do. But I'm really hoping you guys are liking these so far. They tend to get a lot of traction, so. Oh yeah, this is just straight up floors that stick out. It'd be great if I didn't flat. Okay. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are liking the videos though. Oh my god, I'm so good. Okay. I'm glad you guys are liking the videos though. Like, I'm having a lot of fun making these, so. So this teleports to the original 410. However, this is an extension. This is the extended part. And yeah, it's just basically a recap of the original floors, as you can tell by the colors. Heading towards the next section. And yeah, Macro Flex made this part. I think he cooked really hard. This is actually super fun to play through. Go over here. Now, obviously, this is based off the first 10 floors of COGF. You can tell by the color. Gotta jump over here. And we're heading close to the actual end of the entire Citadel. Because this in total has 21 floors, and we're on floor 21. Wrap around to here. And now, at the end, conquered all 21 floors of this. I didn't do it legit, of course, but we don't talk about that. The wind pad is up there. No, not yet. You seriously thought it was over? Nope. This time I press the generation, you'll end back on floor 16. However, if you do this final challenge, I may give you the button. Don't fall. Yep, a final stretch. Yep, everyone scream. This isn't actually that hard. Like, the raw gameplay is like insane difficulty. And there we go. Here's the button. It's all foggy. COGF is behind us. Oh, and we fall. Looks like the ground collapsed where you can hit the button. I'm relatively sure there's another button down here somewhere. Try looking for it. I know it looks like to an elevator shaft. Now if you look around over here, you can press this button. Right, all the way up this. And we're done. We beat it. Nice. Elevator here. Want to congratulate you. Please step on the wind pad and good luck with the Citadels. And we beat it. Awesome. That's Citadel of Generation Failure. There we go. I'm super proud of this. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I think this turned out beautifully. Me and Macroflex have been working really hard on it. And I'm so happy with how it turned out. It turned out exactly like how I wanted it to be. And yeah, there we go. Now, for the next thing I'm going to do, it's not going to be as interesting. It's going to be one of my own towers, which, you know, it's made a really long time ago. I think you guys are going to like this one. You guys are going to like the next one. So yeah. See you guys next time.